Different social media platforms, your Facebook, your Twitters, TikTok. Who is doing a particularly good job of tackling fake news?
TikTok commenters.
And you're telling me that teenagers with a love of music
Yes.
are the number one most effective demographic fighting misinformation of coronavirus. Tell me more.
Oh my God, it's my new love of the internet. You know, every time I see a video and I think, oh, this is fake, this is so disappointing, I open that comments tab and the person is torn to shreds. Just like, of course this is fake. Why would you think this isn't fake? And they prove it. It is the good place of the internet, and I'm so happy to be there.
Could you give an example, just so I'd like to paint a picture?
An example of a coronavirus content would be a guy who's posting from hospital and says, oh, you know, got the corona.
It's a weird sentence, isn't it?
It is.
Really sounds like you've got a weak Mexican beer, but anyway, carry on.
Oh, there's that content too, don't you worry. And then you open the comments, and it's a mix of, hey, mate, I see you're sick. I hope you don't really have the coronavirus. And then if you've got the coronavirus, that's probably not the best place to go. And just this like beautiful like, I see you're trying to be funny, but you know, let's be serious. Can you please let us know if this is real? And then the original commenter coming on and, you know, saying yes or no, because there's multiple versions of this content. Yeah. And because it's kids, you know, it's kids managing kids, you know, desire to be funny with not funny, therefore might be misinformation, and it's beautiful.
I think the other component, Sarah, is like sheer speed. So there's obviously a few like headline conspiracy theories have been doing around. One of them is that China built a biological weapon that was leaked from a lab in Wuhan. And the Facebook post that originated that was shared more than 4,000 times before there was any sort of real attempt to counter it. Is there ever anything that you can do to counter, I guess, the speed at which this stuff travels?
You know, when these things happen, we want more news, even if there is no news to tell. So when we know nothing, we go digging. And so whatever we find, we're going to look more into it because we're worried, we're concerned. And the way that we deal with that when we've got a phone in our pockets is to look things up and to search and to hunt for that next phase of information. And people feed that, you know. I guess what is strange to me is that when a post is found to be misinformation, that you don't then notify the individual who you know has read it. You know, like all of the algorithms that we have. Like, we know who's read what. That's how you get the likes, the shares. Like, Facebook know all of that stuff. They cookie you, you know. Like, why can they not say, we know you read this post. It's fake. Here's a notification. I get notifications for every other bloody thing going on. Why not that?
That's brilliant.
Thank you.
Why don't they do that?
Well, because I don't work for Facebook, Mark, and that is why.
Well, if you did work for Facebook, you'd never come back on my show.
Well, you know.
One thing that this does make me think of, though, and it kind of goes back to what you just said about what Facebook could and couldn't do, I guess, is this reminds me a lot about the big brouhaha about political advertising on Facebook. Because here's the thing where what is true and what is not true can be very, very easily verified. Well, why is Facebook not doing that? And I do wonder.
So part of that, I think, also stems into the US's telecommunication laws, which are very different to our media and our laws. Facebook has gone from being what it was to now this media empire, and the laws by which they can choose and not choose to build certain things, you know, shapes the whole world. And I think that that's where some of these issues are really stemming from, is where they choose to play caution and where they choose not to, when we're living with the consequences all the time.
So of the different social media platforms, your Facebook, your Twitters, TikTok, who is doing a particularly good job of tackling fake news?
TikTok commenters.
And you're telling me that teenagers with a love of music are the number one most effective demographic fighting misinformation of coronavirus. Tell me more.
Oh my God, it's my new love of the internet. You know, every time